Welcome back to Slothbox. I'm Lyndon Dixon, and ladies and gents, boxing fans, boxing world, there's been a lot going on in the past few days. I mean, with a few days into the new year, 2024, and already there is gossip going on. So much that we just had to share it with you. There's talks of Joshua and Ngannou being on his potential list of opponents. Azim has come out and said that he wants to fight Teofimo Lopez before the year's out. This year. It feels weird to say that still. And Anthony Yarde saying that he would love the Billam-Smith fight, or at least his team are saying that. We'll get into all of that, but first we'll start with the top of the bill. Anthony Joshua. Now, Eddie Hearn has been talking about that in March, that's when they want to be out again. The Anthony Joshua camp want to be out again around March-ish. It's looking like Saudi again because at the minute they look like the only ones in boxing for those mega fights that are putting up the money. And after Joshua's performance against Wallin, it looks like they're only shooting for those mega fights. I mean, excuse me, Hearn said that obviously they're going to look for the winner of the Fury-Usyk fight and see what happens there. I mean, it looks like if he wants that, he'd have to fight and beat Hrgovic in March. But if that doesn't happen, we know boxing's crazy, that might not happen. Eddie Hearn said that Francis Ngannou fight would be colossal, and that is very possible for March. And that will almost definitely be in Saudi Arabia. But this isn't true. But I remember I spoke to Ade Oladipo a little while ago, maybe even like a year ago now. And I was talking to him about Anthony Joshua. And he said he would love to see Joshua fight in Africa. Chaos in Lagos, he called it. And I think that's great. That's what the fight should be called, no matter who his opponent is. But Ngannou Joshua in Africa, that's an event. That is a huge event. That is people from all across the world, like the Saudi Arabia events, but in one place. You don't really hear of many sporting events in Africa. And yeah, with Ngannou involved, that would be a really colossal event for boxing and for the heavyweight division. He's also said that there could be Zhilei Zhang, with the fact that after the Day of Reckoning card with Joshua and Wilder on it, with Matchroom and Queensberry working so closely together, the Zhilei Zhang fight against Joshua is a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but looking at things, Hearn said that that's something they will look at. Now, next up, Azim, one of the prospects of the year, both in domestic and, in my opinion, international boxing, the way he was blasting for opponents and their records. He's looking very good. Ben Shalom must be happy with his man, but he's saying he wants to fight Teofimo Lopez sooner rather than later, saying he wants to get it on. Also, in the same interview, he said that he wants to be a world champion by December this year, December 2024. Now, he said, like, he was obviously looking at who he'd want to fight, and he said he would happily take the title off of Teofimo Lopez. That is a quote. Now, ladies and gents, is he ready for that? Tell me, comment down below. Is Azim ready for that world level fight, or does he need that couple more that we'll probably see this year? But still, in a year's time, no matter who he fights, will he be ready for a Teofimo Lopez? For that, because there's not many better than him in that division. Does he do it? Can he beat him? Would Teofimo Lopez be able to deal with him? Because he's not like other lightweights. He's huge. He looks huge in the ring. You know he cuts down so much weight just from his natural size. I've met him in person. He is a huge man for a lightweight. So yeah, that'd be really interesting in my opinion. I'd love to see that fight with Teofimo Lopez. But I don't think Lopez takes it. I feel like that's too much of a risk from his point of view. But money talks in boxing. God knows what will happen. The next thing, Anthony Yarde's man, trainer, I think manager as well, Tundi. Yeah, Tundi has been talking on Sky Sports saying that he would step up to fight Billam-Smith for his world title tomorrow. That's how confident they would be in getting the result over CBS, another huge name in domestic boxing at the minute. Obviously, he's with Boxer. I think Yarde's with Queensberry. I'm not sure if that's an actual deal or if that's just where he regularly fights. But still, Anthony Yarde, the light heavyweight, stepping up 25 pounds to fight Billam-Smith for a cruiserweight world title. Sign me up. I would love to see that so much. And I was reading through more of the interview that Tundi did, and he said that naturally, Yarde is a cruiserweight. He's been a cruiserweight since he started his professional career. Now, because of dedication and hard work, he makes it possible to fight at light heavyweight, thus getting the advantages and stuff from cutting weight and being the naturally bigger man at a lower weight. Yes, it's dangerous, but we won't talk about that right now. But dedication and hard work has got him these light heavyweight fights. He put in a great performance against Beterbiev. Yes, he lost, but he looked great for the majority of that fight until, obviously, Beterbiev, one of the pound-for-pound greats at the minute, his talent overcame him, which is fair enough. No one grumbles at Anthony Yarde for his performance against Beterbiev, but 25 pounds heavier, could he beat Chris Billam-Smith? Or would Chris Billam-Smith be too much? Would the power be too much? Is he a better boxer? I'm not saying he is. Tell me down below, what do you reckon? Like I say, we're a few days into January and we're already so many crazy hypotheticals going on that last year I wouldn't have dreamt of, but now I'm reading news articles on them. So yeah, I can't wait to see what happens. I'll try and keep you updated on these topics because I feel like, yeah, they might be longed out a little bit. But like I say, the cliche thing, boxing's boxing, you never know what's going to happen. So, like, subscribe, comment down below what you think to any of the things I've said. And yeah, we will see you on the next one. Stay safe, take it easy.